There is so much of need to have spiritual shelter, because without spirituality, human life is just close to animal life. And in animal kingdom, what do you see? Uh, Worldwide element is trying to kill the other by. There is no harmony. There is no peace. So those who think that in their life they don't require spirituality, that means that they want to say that they want to remain like animals. आहार निद्रा भय मैथुन भी समाना धर्म हितेशो अधिका विशेषो धर्म विहीना पशु भी समान. So if one is not following the spiritual religious principles, then he is very much absorbed in these four gross activities of eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And as and when these activities will be disturbed, they will fight and kill each other. This is what is happening. And then they claim that they are the most advanced nation of the world. Advancement in what? Advancement in killing each other. So it is very imperative that we take shelter of the spiritual teachers, of the spiritual books, of the spiritual process, that the animalistic propensities which is there in us, it can be refined and we can become human. There was a trend a few years back. Everybody was writing on his shirt or t-shirt, being human. You saw? So what it means to be human. Bhagavad Gita gives the detailed comprehension. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitri karuna evacha. First thing to be human is adveshta. Dvesh, you understand, is envy. One has to be free from envy. Then only he can be friendly. If enviousness is there, how can there be any friendly relationship? Adveshta sarva bhutana. Towards all the living entities, not only the human race. But there is no harmony even in human race. And Maitri. Maitri is friendliness. And how? What is the basis of Maitri? Is Karuna, compassion. So all these principles have been completely forgotten, or they have been completely eliminated from our culture. And so the result is that we are facing so many conflicts all over. The life is filled with only conflicts. What is the resolution? Resolution is to take spiritual guidance, spiritual shelter. So we will see how Krishna is guiding Arjuna, although on the battlefield. Arjuna is on the battlefield. But Krishna gives him this immortal lecture of Bhagavad Gita. There is one very beautiful verse. This says, which glorifies Bhagavad Gita and Lord Krishna. We saw the last section that how Arjuna is glorifying Bhagavad Gita, specifically he is glorifying Supreme Lord Krishna. There is a beautiful verse which says, Prapanna parijataya. Just here. Tot vitre ekapane jnana mudra krishnaya Gita Amritam Duhe Nama. So if you see Lord Krishna's picture when he is giving Bhagavad Gita, so he is having this position that on one hand he is holding the reins of the horses because he has become the charioteer. And from the other hand, he is giving the blessings. How? Through the nectar of Bhagavad, the boon of knowledge. That is Jnana Mudraya, Krishnaya. And what is he bestowing? How is he giving the blessing? By giving us this knowledge. To those who want to achieve the purpose of human life. So we are discussing the 10th chapter. The 9th chapter and the 10th chapter are the centralmost chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. These are the most confidential chapters of us. And Krishna is revealing these chapters. What is the purpose? Is to invoke devotion deeper into the heart of Arjuna. So that Arjuna can be convinced of the supremacy of the personality of Godhead. That Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Arjuna is convinced, but through Arjuna, he wants to convince. Fourth essential verses in the 10th chapter, which was from verse number 8 till 11. Anyone who has memorized those 4 verses? आपने कर लिया? बोलिए. It will inspire others. Huh? Very good. Where is the mic? You have not. You use the mic for yourself, and then you switch off the mic. Take care, take care. You don't need to carry that. नहीं यहाँ यूज करो. आप बोलो देख के बोलिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. याद है तो बोलिए, बहुत अच्छा. एक एक करके बोलिए. अब माइक में बोलो, सुनाई देगा सबको.
भक्त सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावा समान्विता.
वेरी गुड. तो इसके साथ इसका ना मीनिंग भी पता होना चाहिए. हाँ, ताकि वी शुड नो. So Krishna is revealing that aham sarvasya prabhava. Today in the morning also I was discussing that Krishna has 2, major ways of his expansions. One is called the Prabhava Vilas and the other is called the Vaibhav Vilas. So Krishna is the source. He is the source. Aham sarvasya prabhava. He is the source. He is the origin of everyone and everything which is emanating in this material world and also in the spiritual world. And matta sarvam pravartate. From him, everything else emanates. So he is the cause. He is the source. And those who have understood this, what does knowledge inspire? Knowledge inspire devotion. That is why we are receiving this knowledge. This knowledge is not meant for earning. We are not receiving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita so that we will go and cash it. No. This knowledge is being invoked so that we can practice it. So, iti matva bhajante mam. So, those who are wise, those who know me in this way, that Krishna is the origin, he is the cause of everything, they worship me with all their hearts. Okay, very good. Anyone else? Thank you. Very good. I'm very happy at least you accepted this. Anyone else who has memorized these verses? You have not done? You have not memorized? No, I'm asking her. Huh? No, can't hear you. Too slow. You recite the next one? You have also memorized. Katyantascha mam nityam. Yeah. So those who have, so how is one worshipping Krishna? Krishna said in the last verse that he worships me with all his hearts. So what is that worship with heart? We also worship, but how do we worship? We worship out of some desires. We want our desires to be fulfilled. माँ मुरादे पूरी कर दे, हलवा बांटूंगी. You fulfill my desire, and what I will do some, worship for you, or I will offer you something. That is not worship by heart. That is worship out of selfish desire. So how one worships with heart is this next verse. Mat chitta mad gata pranaha. Chitta means chitta. Chitta means the consciousness. And how the consciousness is controlled? It is through the mind. Where is our consciousness? Where our mind is. We feel like many times that I was absent-minded. Physically one is present, but he is not participating because the mind is somewhere else. So mat chitta and mat gat prana. One who is dedicating his life, how? By dedicating his mind. Very important. In spirituality, all progress that we make is by training our mind. This is the most important limb that we have to focus, is to work on our mind. So one who is engaging his mind in what? In hearing, like you are all hearing the glories of Lord. Mat chita mat gata prana bodhayanta paraspatam kathayantascha mam nityam. Where are they engaging the mind? In hearing my glories, in hearing about me. So, and they are always satisfied. Dushyanti is satisfied, and Ramanti is that they are always experiencing joy. You are experiencing something else? Sorry? Which one? 10th. Okay. So you close the book and then the mic will come to you. Very good. Very good. Devansh, na? Divyansh. Divyansh. Okay, close the book, my dear. Anyway, 10.10, that is okay. Yeah, 10.10. Very good. We are all.
Satayuktan Vajanta Pratipurvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Ta Yena Mapuyati Te.
Very good. Very good attempt. But you have to refine it. Practice a little more. It is, you recite after me. Give the mic. Tesham satata yuktanam.
Tesham Satayuktanam
Tesham satata.
Tesham Satayuktanam
Satat means constant. Satat. Tesham satata yuktanam.
Tesham Satayuktanam
Bhajatam priti purvakam.
Vajata Pratipurvakam
Not prati, priti. Priti is love. Bhajatam. Recite. Bhajatam priti purvakam.
Vajata Pratipurvakam.
Okay, you see in the book and then recite. Open 10.10. Okay, you see and then recite.
Tesham
Satat.
Tesham Satayuktana Bhajanta Pratipurvakam
Bhajatam priti purvakam.
Adi Yogam Ta
Dadami buddhi yukta.
Tena Mapuyani Te.
Yena mam upayanti te. Yena mam upayanti te. Upayanti means is they come closer to Krishna. So how? By constantly being engaged in devotional service. And how they are serving? Why people do service? Because to get some benefit, to get some reward or some recognition. But Krishna is saying, no, not that kind of service. What kind of service? It is pritipur, out of love. When your mother serves you, does she expect anything in return from you? That is love. If we are expecting something in return to what we are performing, that means it is like a business. It is paid. Then there is no love. That is why the word love does not apply for anything in this material world. because everything is being evaluated what you can do in return for me. That is not love. But what Krishna is doing without asking anything from us, that we will know in this chapter. That how he is the uh, foundation behind our existence in every aspect of life. He is providing us air to breathe, oxygen. Do you pay for oxygen? Do you get oxygen bill? Suppose if you try to get oxygen bill, how much we will have to pay? Yeah. Do we have to pay for water? Actually, water, the government only charges for, bringing the water from the resource to the tap. But the government is not producing water. Where is the water coming from? From nature. Government is not producing. Are we being charged for the sun and the moon? No. So just imagine if the universal government, that is the Supreme Lord, if he gives us bill, then whatever we may earn, it will be less. So he's giving everything free. Why? Out of love. Out of love. He does not charge anything. Okay, very good. So you have memorized this also. Okay. And the 11th verse, anyone who has memorized 11th verse? Chatur Shloki. You should all try. You do one thing. Every day, just take out 5 minutes and study one verse and write it. And in the day, when you have some time, when you are waiting for someone, there is nothing to help, just open it. Everyone has mobile. Is there anyone who does not have mobile? You can type in mobile. Type it. Don't copy paste. If you do copy paste, then it will not. In Kali Yuga, our memory is very weak. I remember when I was a kid of his age, I would be knowing at least 100 phone numbers. That time the number were landline numbers. But now I will not be knowing even 10. Because what has happened? There is a memory card. The memory from inside has gone to memory outside. The memory has been depleted. So write it. If you write, then you will put your consciousness in that. So after hearing the Chaturshloki Gita, that how Krishna is the cause of everyone and everything, Arjuna is ecstatic. And Arjuna glorifies Krishna. And the most important thing, Arjuna says that I accept whatever you have said as full truth. And then Arjuna also expresses his desire. In the 17th verse that we studied, Arjuna said that, O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? Yogim Swam Sada Parichintayan. In what forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? And then he also said in the 18th verse that we discussed last time, that please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. Vistarena Atmana Yogam Vibhuti Cha Janardhanam. Because the more I hear, the more I feel joy in my heart. Okay, so we will proceed. So now the Supreme Lord will respond to what Arjuna has expressed. This is verse number 20. Verse number 19, sorry. Verse number 19 on chapter 10. In the English Bhagavad Gita, the page number for me is 469. So you are there in the same page? Everyone is there? You can recite after me. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Hanta te kathishyami Divya hi atma vibhutaye Pradhanyata kuru sreshta Nasti anto vistarasya me Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Anta te kathishyami. Divya hi atma vibhutaya. Pradhanyata kuru seshtha. Asti anto vistarasya me. Please recite. So what about Sri Bhagwan Vacha? You see, 1 minute. 1 minute. Wait. When we were studying the first chapter, did you all observe? Who was the first person who was speaking in the first chapter? First verse was spoken by Dhritarashtra and then no, Duryodhana. Duryodhana was speaking. Duryodhana is speaking, yeah. So then he tells, Drona and Bhishma that who are the important warriors on the side of Pandavas. But he forgot one name. Which name he does not take? The most important name. He does not name Krishna. You see? He does not take the name of Krishna. Why? Because this is the mentality. He was thinking that Krishna is not fighting. Krishna is a charioteer. Who was having the most impact in the war of Mahabharata? Is Krishna. But he forgot Krishna. So you are hearing? So be very alert and attentive. It is written, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Don't be in a hurry. Hurry means mode of passion. Okay. So you have to uplift from mode of passion to come to mode of goodness. When we are in mode of goodness, then we can hear and we can see and then we can decide what is right and what is good for me. Okay, recite.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Sri Bhagavan Vacha.
Hantate Kantai
Kathishyami.
Shami.
Hantate Kathishyami.
Vyahatma Vibhutaya.
Divya hi atma vibhutaya.
Pradhanyata Kurusheshta.
Pradhanyata Shrestha.
Nastayanto Vistarasya me.
Nasyanto vistarasya me. Good attempt. But my request is, instead of you becoming, instant, you have seen a ball. If you throw the ball on the wall, what will happen? It will bounce back. It will not absorb. If you hear 2 or 3 people reciting, and if you put attention, then every word you will recite will be proper. Okay? So next time you become this last one to speak, not the first one. Agree? Okay. Okay, give the mic to madam at the back. She wanted to recite. It is very painful. No, we need a different mic then. Yeah. You recite from there, no problem. No need of mic. Just relax.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Hantate Kathishyami. Divyahinyatma vibhutaya. Pradhanyata Guru Krishna. So after hearing what Arjuna has spoken, Arjuna has been speaking from last 7 verses. He started to speak from the 12th verse. So Krishna is also elated. He says, Hanta. Hanta means, yes, right. Hanta te kathishyami. Yes, of course I will speak. What you are aspiring to hear, I will definitely speak. So if we want to hear Krishna, Krishna will definitely speak. If we pray to Krishna, if we call out to Krishna, Krishna will definitely hear and he will reply to us. But not on our terms. But not on our terms. The problem with us is we want Krishna to respond at our terms. not in our terms. So he's saying, Hanta te kathishyami. Hanta means yes. It's an exclamation. When you are excited, when you are elated, when you are convinced. If I say, no, how many of you will have prasadam? Instantly there will be hands up. So they're willing, agreeing. So Hantaste Kathishyami. And what he will speak? Divya hi Atma Vibhutaya. Divya means divine or transcendental. His Atma. Atma means his soul or his spirit. And Vibhuti means the opulence or his powers. Powers. His supernatural powers. How? Because you see, what is the underlying theme? That Arjuna wants to remember Krishna. Krishna said in the 9th chapter, 34th verse, that man mana bhav mad bhakto, that you engage your mind in always thinking about me. So how we can think about anyone all the time? Only there are two reasons we can think of the person. If that person we are madly in love, then obviously we will think about him. Or that person we are bitter enemy, that also we will think. Otherwise, there is no reason to think. Mind will be absorbed where there is attraction. Where is the focus of our mind? Wherever we have attraction, mind is naturally inclined there. So, Krishna will reveal his majestic opulences, his vibhutis. So, that is why the chapter is entitled Opulence of the Absolute. It is called Vibhuti Yoga. Yoga means union and Vibhuti means the opulence. So how to connect to Krishna is by seeing his opulence in the entire creation. Pradhanyata Kuru Sreshta. Then he says that it is not possible for me to, detail to you all of my opulence because it is unlimited. Then what to do? But I will speak the Pradhanyata chief, the major ones. Pradhanyata, and he is addressing Arjuna as Kuru Sreshta. We need some fan because it is becoming hot now. No, my voice will reach there. Don't worry. You are hearing? Those were in the last. It is audible. If it is double the size, it will be audible. Don't worry. When we are speaking Bhagavad Gita, all energy is there. There is no lack of energy. Okay. So Krishna says he will speak the Pradhanyata. Pradhanyata is those that are the major ones. Why? Kuru Sreshta. He is calling Arjuna as Kuru Sreshta, or best of the Kurus. Because there is na asti anto vistarasme, that there is no limit to the extent through which my opulences are there even in this material. We will see through Krishna's wisdom and guidance, we will see how Krishna's opulences are manifested in the entire creation. Entire creation is completely surcharged with Krishna's opulence. So Krishna will give us that vision. And Krishna will also give us that wisdom so that we can detect, accept, and apply. Okay, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent. O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. Like if you go to Elon Musk, you happen to meet Elon Musk, and you ask him, you tell me where all is your properties. Then what he will say? I cannot make you visit all the places of my property. He will be having properties in so many places, in so many countries. If he takes you on that tour, where all he is having his properties, where all he is having his assets, where all he is having his resources, then many days and many months will be passed. You're getting one view. So what he says, okay, I'll tell you those are the major ones, the prominent ones. Okay. So Prabhupada gives the purport. He says, it is not possible to comprehend the greatness of Krishna and his opulences. Because the human brain has limitation. Everything of which is made of human, it has limitation, right or wrong? To be able to see, we need to have the right spectrum. If the light goes off, there is pitch dark here. We may have so much of confidence in our eyes, but what can we see? Can we see anything? What is happening in the next room, can we see? No. If there is abundant light, if we have lot of flashlight here, still we cannot see. But still we are very proud of seeing is believing. But we need ambient, what should I say? What is the unit of light? What is the unit of light? Huh? You are all scientific student. Huh? No one remembers. So that ambient light has to be there so that we can see. Same is with our hearing also. If the decibel is more or less, we cannot hear. Right or wrong? So all of our faculties of knowledge, they have very serious limitation. And Krishna is unlimited. So how the limited can know the unlimited? So Prabhupada says it is not possible to comprehend the greatness of Krishna and his opulence. The senses of the individual souls are limited and do not permit him to understand the totality of Krishna's affair. Although we have so much of confidence in our eyes, can we see our mind? Is the eyes capable to see our mind? Can it see our intelligence? If seeing is believing, then we do not have the faculty of mind and intelligence with us. Do we have? We don't have. Can you see? Can any doctor bring and show? And can he, make a diagram to what is the size? No. What to speak of soul or super soul? So our senses are limited and do not permit. Still the devotees try to understand Krishna. So then why we are studying Bhagavad Gita? This is the principle. But not on the principle that they will be able to understand Krishna fully at any specific time or in state of life. Rather, the very topics of Krishna are so relishable that they appear to the devotees as nectar. What is the proof? What is the proof? That the topics of Krishna are relishable and they appear for devotees as nectar. Is there some evidence or this is just a mere statement or a sentiment? Sorry, who spoke? Please raise your hand.
The amount of curiosity and participation in this.
We just heard the verse. You recited the verse. Mat chita, mat gata prana, bodhayanta parasparam, kathayantascha mam nitya, tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. Thus the devotee enjoy them. So why we are speaking Bhagavad Gita? Not that you are paying me. Do I charge anything from you? No, but there is some joy which comes to me, which I experience. That is why I come and share with you. So this is relishable. Like, sugar cane. You taste sugar cane from anywhere. How it will taste? Sweet. But if a person is suffering from jaundice, you give him sugar cane, what he will say? It is bitter. Is the sugar cane bitter? The problem with this is that he is suffering from jaundice. If his jaundice is removed, then he can relish sugar cane. If his jaundice is not removed, he cannot experience the relishment. So same way with all of us. Because all of us are too much enamored by material enjoyments. So we are not able to have the experience of spiritual taste. But that does not mean that the spiritual taste is distaste. But that higher taste has not been developed. So what we have to develop? The higher taste. The spiritual journey is to develop the higher taste. Thus the devotees enjoy them. in discussing Krishna's opulence and his diverse energies. So his energies were explained in the 7th chapter and the 9th chapter. The pure devotees take transcendental pleasure. Therefore, they want to hear and discuss them. So this discussion of Krishna's opulence and energies is very, very relishable. It is not relishable to the senses, or it is not relishable to the mind. To whom it is relishable? To the soul. To the soul. But the problem is, we are not at the platform of soul. So if we have to awaken and have the experience, then we have to hear more. Therefore, they want to hear and discuss them. Krishna knows that living entities do not understand the extent of his opulence. He therefore agrees to state only the principal manifestation of his different energies. The word pradhanyata, principle, is very important because we can understand only a few of the principal details of the Supreme Lord, for his features are unlimited. It is not possible to understand them all, and vibhuti, as used in this verse, refers to the opulence by which he controls the whole manifestations. So how in this entire cosmic creation or manifestation, the vibhuti or the opulence of the Supreme Lord is there, which controls everyone and everything. That we will see in this chapter. In the Amar Kosh dictionary, it is said that vibhuti indicates an exceptional opulence. The impersonalist or the pantheist cannot understand the exceptional opulence of the Supreme Lord. You know, we will see this word again and again coming, impersonalist. There are two types of spiritualist. One is the personalist and the other is the impersonalist. Personalist means that he is a devotee of the Lord and he accepts the spiritual form of the Lord. An impersonalist is one who is not a devotee of the Lord and he does not accept the personal form of the Lord. What is his understanding or conviction? That the supreme absolute truth is impersonal. He has no form. If the supreme has no form and we are all coming from the supreme, so how is it possible that which is formless can produce form? Got the point? But because their understanding is up to that extent, they do not go beyond that. I'll give you one more example to understand. Like we see the sun. The sun emanates both heat and light. And some people say sun means light. Sun is light. That is not wrong. That understanding is not wrong, but that is not complete. Sun is not just the light. Sun is the source of heat and light. And sun involves, sun is a planet. And sun is the king of all planets. The entire solar system revolves around the sun. And the sun is also a person. His name is there. So those details are not known. Because the details are not known, so these people with poor fund of knowledge, they accept that the sun is impersonal. If the sun is impersonal, how can we see? Do we see the sun or not? If sun is impersonal, then how can we see? And how the heat and light can emanate from him? And how can he be the king of the solar system? Even modern science accepts that the solar system revolves around the sun. If the sun comes close, now the sun has come a little close. So what we experience? Summer heat. If the sun comes a little more closer, it will be havoc. And if the sun goes a little distant, then also it will be havoc. So how it is happening? Automatic. Anything automatic you have seen in the world which is perfect? Anything which is man-made, anything which is, human brain or which has a human touch, it is always having errors. But that which is made by the Supreme, it is perfect. It has no error. Have you ever seen the sun collided with any planet? And you know what? what pace it is rotating. You know all well. You find out at what pace the planets are rotating. You will be amazed. And if they are rotating at that pace, how it has happened that no two planets have collided ever? In the sky, there is so much of space, and so many times two planes collide. So many, accidents are there. Why? Because this is the vibhuti of the Supreme. This is the opulence of the Supreme. This is his control. That everything is perfect. But these, followers, they don't accept the superiority of the Supreme Lord. And they say that the Supreme is impersonal. So they are called as impersonalists. And there are pantheists. Anyone know what does the word pantheist mean? No? You do a Google search. What is pantheist? Pantheist is that they consider nature to be God. As far as I remember. Just see. What is pantheist? They consider anything in the nature to be the supreme. If we consider any government officer to be the prime minister, he does not become the prime minister. So the impersonalist or the pantheist cannot understand the exceptional opulence of the Supreme Lord, nor the manifestation of his divine energies. Who can understand? Only those who are devotees. You found out what is pantheist? Yeah, that is God is the universal entity. Whatever they see in nature, they say this is God. Both in material world and in spiritual world, his energies are distributed in every variety of manifestation. Now Krishna is describing what can be directly perceived by the common man. But Krishna is very kind. He will give us those meditations or those examples which we can relate and connect. That we cannot relate and connect, what is the point? If we say connect to our soul, what comprehension do we have of our soul? Do we have? No, nothing. So Krishna will give us those gross manifestations where we can connect, relate, and remember. I'll give you some examples. Like if your daughter or son is not in house, but when you see his cloth, whom do you remember? Isn't it easy to remember? Isn't it? As soon as you see his cloth or paraphernalia, you will remember him or her. If the husband is not there, his car is there. As soon as you see the car, whom do you remember? The husband. You getting the point? So this is how Krishna will speak, how to see his opulences in his manifestation, in his creation. So now Krishna is describing that what can be directly perceived by the common man, thus part of his variegated energy is described in this way. This is the first that Krishna will explain. Very beautiful verse. This verse is also to be memorized. He says, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Ashaya Sthita Aham Adescha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta Eva Cha Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashaya Sthita Ahamadescha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta Eva Cha. Recite. No, wait, I told you. Then you are not following Arjuna. You are following your mind, which is very dangerous. Okay, those who have not recited, please recite. Yeah, recite. Aham Atma Gudakesha. Aye, sir. Sarvabhuta Shaya Sthita Aham Adescha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta Eva Cha. You recite, madam. Recite. Ahamatma Gudakesha Sarvabhutashayasthita Ahamadesha Madhyam cha Anta eva cha Bhutanam Anta eva cha. One of the male members, two Matajis have recited. At least some Prabhu should have courage. Apart from Devesh, Devyansh. You want to recite? Okay.
Aham Atma Gudakesha.
Ahamatma Gudakesha
Shayastita.
Sarvabhutashaya Sthita Ahamadesha Madhyam cha Bhutanam Anta eva. Very good. Round of applause. Very good. What's your name? Akshit. Very good. See, what we have to do, we have to hear. When you are coming here, see, our attention span is very, very difficult now. In this age of Kali, distraction is very heavy. Even if we are physically here, the mind is still wandering and it does not allow to be attentive. So when we are speaking, then please try to put full focus attention. How to pull focus? See the verse. If you see the verse, then the mind cannot drag you. Then you can drag the mind to see here. Then you will punch the mind. Most of the time, we get punches from the mind. But at least in Gita class, you can take some revenge. So Krishna says that Aham Atma Gudakesha. Krishna says that amongst all my opulence, the first and the foremost opulence is in this entire manifestation that I am the soul of every living entity. Can we see? When he says I am the soul, means he is the super soul. He is present in everyone's heart. So that is his foremost opulence or his power, that he is seated in everyone's heart. Aham Atma Gudakesha. He is addressing Arjuna as Gudakesha. Gudaka means sleep. And Isha means one who is the controller. So Arjuna had, one very extraordinary quality, that he had gained victory over sleep. He could not sleep. Our situation is different. We have, full control within the sleep. The sleep controls us. But Arjuna had controlled the sleep. So he says, the most important point is that Aham Atma Gudakesha. And where is he residing? Sarvabhut. Sarvabhut means simple, in every living entity, not just in human. That is why when our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada went to the West and he was preaching, so he met some of the Christian priests. What do we say? Father. Christian churches, fathers. And he said that Lord Jesus Christ has said that thou shalt not kill. Then why you are killing so many animals and eating? Why you are slaughtering the cows? Why you are going against Lord Jesus Christ? So what those priests were saying? That, my dear sir, cows have no soul. Soul is there only in humans. Basic understanding they are like. What Krishna is saying? Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Ashayastata. He is seated in every living entity, in whatever body he may be. There are 8,400,000 species of life. In every species of life, Krishna is there as the super soul. That is what it means to be an eternal friend. It does not discriminate. It does not do any partiality. See, this is the evidence here. Sarvabhut Ashaya. Ashaya means the heart. And Sthita means he is seated. So Krishna is seated as the super soul. His manifestation, his expansion as super soul in the heart of every living entity. And he says, Aham Adis. Adi means the beginning. He is the original person from whom everything is emanating. That we have understood in the 8th verse. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Yeah. So he is the origin. And when we will come into the 14th chapter, Krishna will speak, I am the seed giving father. Like if you have to have a big tree and want to have flowers and fruits from him, where is the origin coming from? The seed. And where is the seed coming from? Krishna. So he is the seed giving father. So Aham Adish. I am the origin. I am the beginning. And he says, also cha madhyam cha. Madhyam means the middle or the entering. So what is Adi? Is beginning of life. And Madhyam is the entering position. That is the maintenance part. So who is maintaining us? We will say that the child will say, my parents are maintaining me. The wife will say, the husband is maintaining me. And the husband may say that the government is maintaining me. Who is maintaining us? It is the Supreme Lord. He is the one who is providing us food. If the natural resources are not there, if the sun, moon is not there, if water is not there, can we have any cultivation? No. If the air is not there, water is not there, can we sustain? No. So who is maintaining? That we will come to know. That Krishna will explain. So at every level we will see. At the universal level, at the individual level, at every level, we are being maintained and sustained by the Supreme Lord through his energies, through his manifestations in this cosmic universe. So he is the beginning, he is the middle, and the end of all beings. So at the end, when there is devastation or dissolution, it is he only in the form of Rudra or Shiva. So I am the super soul. See the translation. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. That is why you see, till date, science has no clue that where is the energy coming in the heart to pump continuously the blood to all parts of the body. Is there a machine inside? There is a machine. That is the heart. And how it functions? Who is giving the energy? Super soul. And how much is the energy there? Unlimited. Unlimited. From the birth till the time he leaves the body, that super soul is helping to sustain the body. If the heart stops working, what will be the situation? The person is dead. So how is the heart functioning? Because the super soul is situated there in the heart. I am the super soul of Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. In this verse, Arjuna is addressed as Gudakesh, which means one who has conquered the darkness of sleep. For those who are sleeping in the darkness of ignorance, it is not possible to understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself in various ways in the material and spiritual world. Gudaka also means ignorance. Actually, when we are sleeping, what is the situation? We are in ignorance. Yes or no? When we sleep, when we go to sleep at night, then we lose all control and all senses. We are completely blanked out. And in the morning when we wake up, then everything comes back. So, Prabhupada is saying, for those who are sleeping in the darkness of ignorance, that means that they are not having knowledge or they don't have wisdom. It is not possible to understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself. So how we are receiving knowledge? We are receiving knowledge from Krishna. And where we are receiving wisdom, that is also from Krishna. They decided, Tesham satata yukta nam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam. What is buddhi yoga? Intelligence. What is that intelligence? Yoga means to connect. That intelligence, that spiritual intelligence, which will connect us to Krishna. How? To be able to see presence of Krishna within this entire cosmic manifestation. So such a person who is in darkness of ignorance, it is not possible to understand how the Supreme Personality of Godhead maintains himself in various ways in the material and spiritual world. Thus, this address by Krishna to Arjuna is significant because Arjuna is above such darkness. The personality of Godhead agrees to describe his various opulences. Krishna first informs Arjuna that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation. He is the super soul, not only individually, but also universally. How is the super soul universally? In the form of Lord Mahavishnu. When this creation happens, I'll tell you in short. It is mentioned in the 7th chapter, 4th verse. Open 7.4. Page number is 326. Got it? It says the science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and the diverse energies. Material nature is called Prakriti or the energy of the Lord in his different Purusha incarnations is described in the Satvata Tantra. So, material creation is called Prakriti. Prakriti is feminine. And the Supreme Lord takes the incarnation of Purusha, which is male. So when the male and the female combine, then there is some production. So what is the form of that Purusha? That is it takes the three forms. It's called the Purusha incarnation. Prabhupada is mentioning here. Energy of the Lord is different Purusha incarnations. And that Purusha incarnation is Lord Vishnu. There are three Vishnus. This is also something which is revolutionary for you. You only know one Vishnu. There are three Vishnus. Vishnu expands. So the original Vishnu is called Mahavishnu, which is an expansion of Krishna. And he has only one function. What is the function? Is the creation, sustenance, and dissolution of this material. That is the specific function. That form has specific function. Every avatar that the Supreme Lord takes, every form that it takes, it has one function to perform. So the first Purusha incarnation is called Mahavishnu. So here it is said, Vishnu Statini Rupani. Purushas Akhyani Atho Vidu. So there are three Vishnus. And they are all called Purusha. The first one is Ekam tu Mahata Srishti. The first one is for the creation. That is called Mahavishnu. When Mahavishnu glances, then the material nature starts to get activated. It starts with. I'll tell you one example. One simple example. You have seen some toys. The child has a toy. There's a teddy toy. Have you seen a teddy toy? The teddy has a drum. And as soon as you push the button, what the teddy does, it starts beating the drum. And you get the noise. And the child is happy with playing. Where is that drum beating coming from? From the teddy? From where? Battery. If you take out the battery, teddy is there, drum is there, no beating. Can it beat? Can it produce the sound? Nothing. So what is the source of energy? Is that battery. When the battery becomes weak, you have to replace and bring a new battery. So I'm giving you one gross example to connect and tell you. So similarly, the Supreme Lord is the battery. And that battery, it is in the form of Mahavishnu. He is the source. And when he gives that energy or the expansion, then the material creation starts to create. It is not automatic. Nothing in this creation is automatic. Even if you go to a mall, now it is there in the mall, or if you go to a theater, you see, as soon as you go close, the door opens. Isn't it? And when you pass in, the door closes. And the child may see it is very good. It is automatic. Is it automatic? There are sensors, there are machines, there is electronic, circuit in that. Yes or no? And there is someone who is monitoring it. And there is someone who is regulating it. Who is monitoring and regulating it? A man. Every machine that is functioning, there is a person, there is a man behind. Yes or no? Simple. So this wonderful machine that is working in the entire creation, which we call as Mother Nature, is it working on its own? There is no one. And it is working so perfectly. So Krishna is revealing here that in the form of Mahavishnu, the first Mahavishnu, that he brings the material nature into action. And material nature starts to produce. We see everything coming from the material nature. But who activates, who puts the material nature in action? That is Mahavishnu. That is Lord Mahavishnu. So when the material nature comes into action, there are so many planets and universes which manifest. There are innumerable planets. And Mahavishnu expands. And he enters into each planet. So that is called Garbhodakshai Vishnu. That is the second Vishnu, which is the Garbhodakshai Vishnu. See here what is mentioned here. Dvitiyam tu anda samastitam. So as there are multiple expansions from material nature to the various universes, in each universe, Mahavishnu expands. And he becomes the Garbhodak Vishnu. And you have seen the photograph of Lord Vishnu. He is on the bed of Anantashesh. And where? In the Sagar. What is that Sagar? Garbhodak Sagar. He is declaring there. And Lakshmi Devi is massaging his lotus feet. That is the second Vishnu. And what is the third? Tritiyam Sarva Bhutastim. And Garbhodakshai Vishnu. In each universe there are millions and billions, not billions, billions and billions of living entities. In our universe, at least there are 7 billion humans or even more. And what about other living entities? Can we have any count? Not possible. So he expands that Antaryami, Paramatma. That is the third Vishnu, which is called the Shirodakshai Vishnu. So just see here. For material creation, Lord Krishna's planetary expansion assumes 3 Vishnus. The first Mahavishnu creates the total material energy known as the Mahatattva. The second Garbhodakshai Vishnu enters into all the universes to create diversities in each of them. The third Shirodakshai Vishnu is diffused as the all-pervading super soul in all the universes and is known as Paramatma. So we are discussing this topic of he is Paramatma in everyone. So how he is Adi? He is Adi in the form of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is the originator. And there is the second one who is the maintainer. Who is that? Garbhodakshai Vishnu is the maintainer. Okay. So aham adischa madhyam cha bhutanam anta eva cha. Okay. So Krishna first informed Arjuna. So come back to the verse number 20 that we are discussing. Krishna first informed Arjuna that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation by dint of his planetary expansion. What is that? Mahavishnu. He is the super soul of the entire creation. Because without him, nothing will be created. Then what is the position of material nature? It is unmanifest. It is called dissolution. Like we are now manifest in this body. The soul is manifest in this body. And we leave this body. What is the position of soul? It is unmanifest. Do we know? After leaving this body, where we will be? But the soul will not die. The soul has become unmanifest. The soul becomes manifest and it becomes unmanifest. Similarly, material nature. It becomes manifest and unmanifest. Who is the cause of manifestation? Mahavishnu. So he is the super soul. He is the super soul of entire creation or entire universe. Prabhupada is saying, Krishna first informed Arjuna that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation by dint of his primary expansions. Before the material creation, the Supreme Lord by his planetary expansion accepts the Purusha incarnation, and from him everything begins. That we have discussed. Clear? Therefore, he is Atma, the soul of the Mahatattva, or the universal elements. He is not just the soul of all of us, but he is the soul of entire creation. The total material energy is not the cause of the creation. No mother can claim that I am the only one who has given birth to the child. Can the mother say like that? No, not possible. Actually, the Mahavishnu enters into the Mahatattva. The total material energy, he is the soul. When Mahavishnu enters into the manifested universes, he again manifests himself as the super soul in each and every entity. We have experience of the personal body of the living entity exists due to the presence of the spiritual spark. What is the difference between a person who is live and a person who is dead? What is the difference? The physical body remains the same. If you take a lab test, there is no difference. Now, where is the difference? Why a person is called dead and why he is called live? Can the science detect? Sorry?
There is no energy.
Where is the soul? Is science able to detect where is soul? Then? Yes? Who is there?
What's the soul? Sir,
My dear, where is the detection of soul? Where is the detection of soul in where is the acceptance or existence of soul? Through scientific way. Huh? There is no? Why? It should be there, but that spiritual science is not existing. That spiritual, we can only know it through the spiritual science, not through the material science. So the spiritual spark, which is the soul, it gives life or energy for the body to function. And when that life force leaves the body is dead. Without the existence of the spiritual spark, the body cannot develop. Similarly, the material manifestation cannot develop unless the Supreme Soul Krishna enters. So this is very easy to connect and relate. It is logical. Yes or no? You are with me? As stated in the Subal Upanishad, Prakriti Adi Sarva Bhutantar Yanmi Sarva Sheshi Cha Narayana. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is existing as the Super Soul in all manifested universes. The three Purusha avatars are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. They are also described in the Satvata Tantra. What we heard from the 7.4 is the Satvata Tantra. Vishnu, Prabhupada is quoting the same verse here. Vishnu Stotini Rupani Purushakhyani Atho Vidu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests three features. As Karno Dakshai Vishnu. Karno Dakshai Vishnu is in the Karan Samudra, is called the causal ocean. He is the Mahavishnu, yes. Okay. You are a devotee, you are wearing kanthi. You are wearing kanthi, no? You are practicing? Karno Dakshai Vishnu, it is the causal ocean. Mahavishnu is also called as the Karno Dakshai Vishnu because he resides in the Karan Samudra. Garbho Dakshai Vishnu resides in the Garbhodak. Karno Dakshai Vishnu. And there is Garbho Dakshai Vishnu. And there is Shiro Dakshai Vishnu. There are three Vishnus in this material manifestation. The Mahavishnu or Karno Dakshai Vishnu is described in the Brahma Samhita 5.47. Yah Karnarnav Jale Bhajati Sma Yoga Nitram. The Supreme Lord Krishna, the cause of all causes, lies down in the cosmic ocean of Mahavishnu, as Mahavishnu. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the beginning of this universe, the maintainer of the universal manifestation, and at the end of all energy. So just try to get some little understanding, some outline, not much. It will be clear as we practice, as spiritually we elevate. Yeah. The subject of soul is beyond human comprehension. Intelligence, human intelligence cannot detect it. Because it is spiritual and our intelligence is material. So how from material means can you assimilate or comprehend something which is antimatter? Okay. So I'll stop here. I think it is, oh, only 3 minutes to 9. And I invite from your side questions or inquisitiveness or any confusion or doubt you have, you may ask. So in these two verses, Krishna is revealing. Okay, we discussed only one. Two verses we discussed. First is that Krishna agrees to Arjuna's request to explain and describe how he can be remembered in his creation, how he can be seen through the cosmic creation. And Krishna begins to answer by saying that he is the super soul of both the cosmic manifestation and the super soul of all individuals. And he is the one who is the origin, the maintainer, and the one who will cause solution. So we are all dependent, completely dependent on. If it does not begin the creation, we will remain unmanifest. Okay. So I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Please ask, don't hesitate. If you have any confusion, any doubt, please ask. Sorry? Garbhodaksha Vishnu. See, Garbhodaksha, as I said, that if you see the entire universe, you have read, na? This planet, how much part is water and how much part is land? Which is more? How much is water? 70% plus. Yeah, land is less. So the Supreme Lord, the Mahavishnu, where he does, there is first the causal ocean. That is why it's called the Karno Dakshai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. So from him, various universes come. Various universes are manifest. And in each universe, he expands and enters. Otherwise, it will remain what? It will remain inert. Nothing will happen. So when he enters as the super soul in that universe, then activity or action begins. Okay. You understand what is Garbh? Garbh means that is the womb. And from womb, what comes is the child. So unless and until the Supreme Lord impregnates and enters the womb, nothing happens. So it's called Garbhodakshai Vishnu. It is little technical, but you just remember the word. You remember only there are three Vishnus, three expansions. And Shirodakshai Vishnu. So Mahavishnu is the super soul of the entire universe. Garbhodakshai Vishnu is the super soul of the each individual universe. And Shirodakshai Vishnu is the super soul of each individual. At the cosmic level, at the universal level, and also at the individual. Everywhere he is there. Okay. Thank you for at least clarifying and asking. First, it would be all new for every one of you. You, एक ही विष्णु सुना था, ये तीन कहाँ से ले आए? But at least he has clarified. Hare Krishna. बोलिए, कोई प्रश्न पूछिए. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, Dasha Avatar. Yeah. So all the avatars which come, they come from Shirodakshai Vishnu. Today we are having class on avatars. In the morning also I had a class in Faridabad temple on avatars. Yeah. So they are all coming from Shirodakshai Vishnu. All the avatars are coming from Shirodakshai Vishnu. I couldn't hear you. A little louder or come here and speak. Yeah, that is there now. Each universe has a different avatar, that is Garbhodak Vishnu. Like each department has a minister. Each university has, one director or what you call dean. It is there.
Why are these universes inaccessible to us?
Why are?
Why are these universes inaccessible to us?
It is not inaccessible to us, but we don't have that, qualification to go to those universes. We can go from here to the higher planets. But for that, you need spiritual elevation. Narad Muni travels. Narad Muni is a interspace traveler. He does not require any machine. His body itself is machine. He can travel. So we have to become like him. Like the word that is used here. Why Krishna spoke only Gita to Arjuna, not to us? Because when he will speak, most of us, half of us will sleep. Krishna will continue, Are utho. Arjuna has this quality, he is Gudakesh. He will not, he will not sleep. He will not be distracted. Okay. So we can go to the other universes. When we will come in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 14th verse, Krishna says that Urdhvam Satvastha, what is the verse? That those who are in the mode of goodness, after leaving this body, they will go to the higher planets. You don't need a ticket for that. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to book here. That after when I leave this body, then I will go to the heavenly planet. People may write whatever in their cards, in their obituary cards, that Swargiya. But who goes to Swarg? Do they have the qualification? Urdhvam Gachanti Satvastha. Urdhvam Gachanti. Find this verse. It is in the 14th verse, 14th chapter. 14th. The three modes. 14th chapter. Verse number I am telling you. That is what I am finding out. 18. 14, 18. See. You see that verse? 14.18. Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets. Found it? Read. Give him the mic. Wait, your brother.
Those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upward to the higher planets.
Yes.
Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish world.
Yes. So who decides?
No.
No. Who decides? We decide. Based on our actions. Based on our actions. We have the choice to be in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. We can change the mode by changing our habits, by changing our practice. So if you want to go to the higher planets, if you want to really go to the heavenly planets, then come in the mode of goodness. And if you leave the body in the mode of goodness, automatically you will go there. Okay. So it is accessible or not? But only for those who are qualified. You cannot buy a ticket. You cannot buy a ticket and leave. Okay. Only these kids are inquisitive. They are asking. Others are too shy to ask. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So you see the 12th chapter and you see the first few verses. This Arjuna is putting this question. Arjuna is putting this question that you have, that there are two types of your worshippers. You see, the first verse, Arjuna inquired 12.1. You ask any question from anywhere, I will answer you exactly from Bhagavad. Precise point wise. Read. Shankaracharya is worshipper of what? Impersonal Brahman, the unmanifest. Okay? Arjuna has already asked, who are better? Who are perfect? Those who are engaged in your personal service or those who worship you by impersonal Brahman or the unmanifest? Okay? Go to the next verse.
Of what is it? Those who fix their mind on the possible and are always engaged in worshiping, moving great and transition in faith are considered by me most perfect.
Yes, what matters to me is what Krishna says. Next, read the next verse.
But those who and it's life beyond the perception of the self.
Yeah. How can you meditate on something which is unmanifest, impersonal? It has no feature, na? We are there with the form and we are there with the senses. So how we can focus on something which has no form? किस पे ध्यान लगाइए? अंधेरे पे. क्या ध्यान लगाए? सो जाएंगे. लगेगा नहीं. Prabhupada gives a brilliant answer. You see, you read these verses. And the final conclusion comes in the 5th verse. It says, Klesho adhikaras tesham avyakt asakt chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkha deyavadbir abhavyate. 5th verse. Read.
Find the attached and inverse is very common. Take progress in that
Embodied. We are embodied. We want to see some form. How can we have anything? Our soul, can we perceive of the soul? Why we are not able to perceive of the soul? Because it has no material body. So see, this is Krishna is revealing here. That is why you are quoting Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya has a very famous song. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mooda Mate. Why did he write this song? For whom has he written this song? To his followers. He is saying you are foolish people. Bhaja Govindam, Mooda Mate. Shankaracharya is not an impersonalist, but he has given the doctrine of impersonalism. It is only for those who are less intelligent. Okay? It is in front of you. Your choice. What do you want to do? Someone says that your father, mother says your father is this person. He says, no, I will make a DNA test and find out who was my father. Your choice. Keep doing the DNA test. Life will be over. Okay? So it is very precise, very clearly mentioned. Not possible for those who are embodied. So we need to have some form. And not only the form, we need to have some rasa is exchanged. Then what we feel some joy or satisfaction. And when we feel that joy and satisfaction, then only we pursue that path. Otherwise, we don't pursue. We reject it. Yes or no? Simple. How can there be exchange? I'll give you one more example. Very interesting. Very interesting. You know, apart from our Sanatan Dharma, the other Dharma, the Muslim Dharma, they also follow Allah, but they don't accept the Allah as any form. Have you seen any deity or idol there? No. They are completely worshipper of impersonal form. So once one of our sannyasi, Maharaj, was traveling with someone who was the Muslim cleric. They were both, side by side in the plane, and the journey was for a few hours. Then what they used to do? They started to talk. So Maharaj asked him that you people all pray to Allah. He said, yes. He said, how many times you pray? 5 times. When you are praying, That means he is hearing. I said, of course he is hearing. Well, how can he hear if he has no ears? Huh? And you have this belief that he is hearing and he will reply. How will he respond if he has no form? It's so simple. But the problem with us is the common sense is so uncommon. How can something which is formless create form? Very simple. And here in Bhagavad Gita, he is clearly declaring, Aham sarvasya prabhavo, matta sarvam pravartate. Where is the difficulty? Why should we get caught up in all this confusion when he is giving clarity? So this is called intelligence. That we see what is the proof, and when we are convinced, we accept it and we take advantage of it. Where is the need to reinvent the wheel? Then when the wheel is there, ride the wheel and reach your destination. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we'll continue next week further. Okay. So first takeover is that from today, we should be very, very assured that with us as a soul, the super soul is there. Paramatma is there. He is the constant companion. There is no one in this world who is constant companion of the Jiva as the Supreme Lord. And even if we leave this body, he continues to be our constant companion in whatever body we live. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Swapnaja. You are there?
हाँ प्रभु जी.
बहुत दिनों के बाद आपने कनेक्ट किया है. I was thinking today that you have, become busy.
Sir went to home, that's why.
अच्छा. नहीं, आप
Traveling.
पढ़ो और चैंटिंग कर रही हो आप?
हाँ प्रभु जी.
ओके. हरे कृष्ण.
हरे कृष्ण.